I just had a crazy thought.
Wouldn't be a first.
Is there anything in Minecraft
Be prepared, people. There's a lot of those.
Is there anything in Minecraft that has that kind of color? Seamlessly?
Some of the grass.
No, grass has the speckly effect. He's talking seamless, that color.
No.
No. No, there's no green screen effect in-game.
Oh.
Because if there was, I would have used that as the background for the bedrock and would have made it
Or
stone.
you know what, fuck that. Instead of that, is there any way to, well yeah, we can create a set, but is there any way to rig the ceiling so you can, like, blocks will disappear so gravel can just fall down?
I don't understand.
Okay. Basically, the character mining will be done on a green screen, so
Yeah,
that takes care of the person.
like you did. Yeah.
But what we're thinking is, my thinking is a cutaway of a tunnel. So basically what you do is you take stone.
You're talking about getting it from a side view.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like how the demo I showed you.
How did you do that, by the way? Get the side view.
Well, that was just a image I found on the internet.
Okay.
That was JPEG, that wasn't in-game. But originally, though, I wanted in-game for the final shot. Was basically, we would just go in God mode and create what would look like a tunnel inside of a cave.
Oh, I'm brilliant.
Right, and then the
brilliant.
roof.
I got it figured out.
But the roof is breaking away with gravel stacked on top.
I've got it figured out.
What?
You don't need sound, correct? Because
I'd like to get
sound effects
hitting
like
sound and.
Sound effects like the hitting sound and the stone breaking can be added in post.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well then we can do it easy. Pistons. Pistons in a multiplayer server.
Well, we don't want our characters to be in the shot, though.
Exactly.
Just so you know.
Pistons in a multiplayer server. I'm above ground with a lever tied up via redstone or some way that we have through the mod packs for the till. I hit the switch, you're underground in the tunnel viewing it from a side view like you want.
Right.
When I hit the switch, the stones move, the gravel falls. Giving you your in-game side view shot. You'd be taking the side view, and I'd be the one activating the pistons dropping the gravel.
Now, is there any way to set up the gravel so it doesn't all just have the same flat bottom, but it's like it has different stacks will fall at different times?
Piston timing.
Okay.
Multiple switches. Like, let's say we're doing a 1x4 length of gravel. I'd be up top with 4 switches, each one leading to each piston at the bottom that's going to move out of the way to drop the gravel. Hit this switch, gravel drops. Hit that switch, gravel drops there. Hit this switch, gravel drops there. You know what I mean? I'd hit it in
Right, but it just needs to make it look like it's all falling out. Like it was all released at the same time, though. That's all.
Then,
well, no, I mean because if we're using TNT for the ceiling, you know.
where are you getting TNT for this? I thought we were mining a stone and the shit was falling.
Yeah, but if we mine one block of stone, we just get one stack falling.
Not necessarily. Have you ever been in the nether and played with gravel?
Oh yeah.
Or floating sand when in the overworld?
No.
If you're in the overworld and you come across a pool shoved into one of them divots in the ground and you've got sand somehow magically floating over it, you take out one piece of sand, the entire fucking thing falls.
I've never seen that in the
Yeah, it happens in the nether too.
I've seen the gravel in the nether.
I was gonna say, if you're up in on gravel, walking across the gravel, you take out one piece of gravel and there's nothing solid underneath it to keep it there. All that gravel.
Oh, believe me, I've had some fun with that, but I'm just saying.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's the same effect in the overworld.
So basically, whoever's doing the show topic has to come up with a run sheet. So when we do Resident Evil,
You're gonna have me doing a run sheet.
you can
Do we even
use-
have run sheets for the next 2 episodes?
Yeah,
we
because
need
we haven't
haven't gotten that far yet.
solidified what we're doing the next 2 episodes. Actually,
Getting close.
One was like what the.
I know one of
top
them was
6.
who, one of them was the...
DC, the Marvel and DC villains. I like the idea of that.
We can't do the Dream Armada.
Why not?
Not unless Paul's in. Without Paul, we can't do it. It's just not gonna click.
Paul, you know I love you, buddy, but I am very hesitant to expose you to the general population.
Oh no, come on, you got to! He's like the center of our debates half the time.
I foresee him giving somebody a tumor. And again, saying that with all due respect, I love you, Paul, but you are just...
But with the four of us in it... See, this is another thing. I love this behind-the-scenes shit, because this is another thing that's going to click, is seeing us at our purest. Not just on the topic of something, but just random shit. Whatever comes out of our mouths is going to be great.
No, by the time they see this, they're probably already gonna know that.
Don't care. This is our first behind the scenes, so the best thing to do with this is to introduce ourselves and
You
our
know the
personalities.
most important thing about this being our first behind the scenes? We all still have our pants on.
Well, what's this skit you're talking about, falling to your death in a lava pit? I mean, because that's something we hadn't.
He's
considered, so
basically
there's really no place
He's
for it right
basically
now.
saying how how the opening skit is you digging straight
Well,
up.
yeah, but that's the opening skit before the credits.
Bottom. He's talking about another skit of you thinking, oh, digging straight up was not.
Well, do you remember? Yeah, remember though. What I wanted to do, and I already told you this, is I wanted to get a light blue shirt like Steve.
Uh-huh.
I have one.
Yeah, so I mean.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like a running gag type of skit. We're turning it from one skit to a running gag type of skit. John in the Mines. The first one is obviously you digging up, which is a stupid idea, and running into
Why? I
gravel.
do it all the time when I see you stone up above me. If I'm gonna get coal or iron or something in the tunnel, I'll mine it out, and a lot of the time gravel
You
falls on
never
my
dig straight
You
up.
see the vein he
I
hits
always-
America right here in his forehead.
America, this is worldwide, motherfucker.
Well, Americans would be the only one who understand what I'm saying.
ass. Bullshit, Japanese people play Minecraft all the time.
There just went half of our base audience.
The
I'm a laugh
scenes
when-
aren't coming out.
I'll laugh when they kamikaze your house.
Well, that's even sadder.
I'm
You're getting-
insured.
That's even sadder. You're getting rid of half our base audience before we have a base audience.
No, I'm gonna get rid of the half
Well,
the base
half
audience
nothing,
after
it's
they're like,
nothing.
oh, this is
Take away.
great. This is great. Wait, dude. War has made me very paranoid. All I'm gonna say.
So where would you want to insert that particular skit?
It's just, we could put it in the next episode, in a random episode. I don't give a flying fuck.
We can just do a show of skits.
Show us.
The skit-
Well, I mean, we could do a skit compilation down the road when we have enough of them.
Talking
Yeah.
about.
But not right now. I mean, right now we want to work on our core
He was
episodes.
just spitting
I was
on
gonna
an
say,
idea.
it's just spitballing an idea.
No,
It doesn't
that's
have to be
fine.
in
That's
the show.
fine.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be in the show. It's just another idea we could throw in if we wanted to do a running gag type skit.
Yeah.
Because he's talking about random creepers and random places. It sounds like that's 20 episodes worth of skits.
But remember, each episode will have a different skit. We'll have different skits focused around their
How,
topic.
I gotta ask this, how are we gonna have Doctor Who skits?
Get a giant scarf.
That's not a skit, that's a prop, you moron.
Yeah, for a skit.
I was thinking for the and this is just me because I've been watching a lot lately.
Okay.
And by the way, the last one I saw was the one where Amy Pond's in the thing and she gets old and they try to find her. She's gonna
Oh,
look
okay. I know
banging
which
when
one
she's
you're talking
old.
about. Huh?
She's gonna look banging when she's old. But like, alright, we be talking about something. I notice I say we be talking. I'm trying to get back some of our key urban demographics.
We be jamming, man.
Apparently I'm alienating people.
I was gonna say, that's just what half of our Jamaican demographic.
Make it on the internet.
But like we can start talking and one of us goes off on a rant and then just splice in some Who footage. Something of one of the doctors just fucking random. We randomly splice in doctor footage.
How's that a skit?
It's not a skit, it's just
Well,
filler.
we're trying to figure out how we're doing Doctor Who skits.
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out.
I mean,
skits.
it's simple enough.
Well, you had a perfect idea. We start knocking freaking special effects, so we can just start doing some really bad special effects. Like I'm talking Plan 9 from Outer Space special effects.
Old school style Who effects.
I mean, I can monochrome the skit to make it, like 1960s, but
That would be interesting. A progressive, like, moving from black and white, progressively moving up better and better until we reach modern day.
in fact, the skit could be centered around that. Like somehow, like every time you get out of the car, the TARDIS, be like, "Ugh, not
We need to find a phone booth. And I know that's
Where
going to be
else is-
extremely hard, but we need to find a phone booth.
I have thought actually, and this is actually something. I know this is further down the road, but remember the Doctor Who, the TARDIS you stood in front of last year at the Wizard
Yeah.
World and took
Yeah.
a picture of. Maybe we could, in certain events like that, maybe we could ask somebody if we could, shoot something in front of it or
I'm
something.
not trying to get a press pass to the con.
Well, then we don't need a press pass to ask a fan if we can do something. Press passes are more for actual talking to celebrities. I mean, but if you just walk up to some random guy who's just, dressed as Doctor Who and has a homemade built prop, you don't need a press pass for that.
I need to start coming up with questions.
Okay.
If we get a press pass, I gotta think of questions to answer.
Well, he's the only one that would get a press pass. He's the only one that would
You guys
apply
would
for
be
it.
my
I was
crew,
gonna
though.
say, we'd be part of the crew.
Yeah, you guys would be part of the crew, so you'd be
Part of the
included.
We'd be part of the crew, mate.
But one of the skits I was thinking about in
I
this,
hope we get it and the Fonz is there because I've already figured out exactly how I'm going to do it. I'm going to be like, this man right here, ladies and gentlemen, is responsible for bringing one of the most iconic American television stars to light. Ladies and gentlemen, the executive producer of MacGyver, Henry Winkler. And then just not acknowledge the Fonz at all.
That is his goal at every con, is to be every star's
Ambiguous roles.
prick.
In life. Pick out the most ambiguous. Like Lou Ferrigno won't acknowledge him as the Hulk. You are the neighbor from the King of Queens. That's it. Christopher Lloyd did some shitty ass western with Jack Nicholson.
yeah.
That's a lie.
No, he did.
That's a lie. Because there's no such thing as a Jack Nicholson film that's shitty.
No.
This is coming from the person who plays magic.
You play magic too.
Not
Coming from
yours.
the one who got him hooked on magic. This one wanted nothing to do with magic until this one peer pressured him into it. So don't listen to anything this one says and take what
Lies,
this one
all
says with
lies.
a grain of salt.
It's all lies. I don't believe anything they say. They're liars.
I was vulnerable, okay?
That was a vulnerable time in my life.
I was playing that.
He got hobby raped, is what he said. He was slipped a hobby roofie, and he was hobby raped by this one. And then he gave him a hobby VD.
I was playing.
This guy? Nope. Closest thing to anything like that was him and I got drunk one night and brought out the Yu-Gi-Oh decks.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Whatever. That's how it goes to show how long ago it was.
Hey, at least we had the balls to sit in a bar and play Yu-Gi-Oh. What is the DC one then?
That's what you want it to be.
Okay.
So start
Refresh my memory what that episode's gonna be.
We each come up with 6.
Villains.
Heroes and
Villains.
6 villains.
No, it's the
6
six villains.
3 DC, 3 Marvel, and you have to rank them in order from least to greatest.
The only problem is, did you just fart?
No.
That's his chair.
No. Yeah, the chair.
Yes. The chair.
It was the chair.
By chair,
It's
I mean
always
sphincter.
the chair.
And I don't fart, I whisper in my underwear.
Right.
The underwear whisper.
You just squashed in underpants, no?
DC.
DC. Okay. So yeah, I figure that we each talk about the villains because at absolute worst we would have what 18 different villains.
Yeah, 18. Well, no,
I mean, assuming we all had different villains at one of the lists.
not gonna happen, but go on.
I'm sure there would be some differences.
Well, I'm
there'll be
sure there'll
some
be some
differences,
difference, yeah.
but it ain't gonna be 18 differences.
No.
So, how do we want to talk about it? For example, let's say we each have a different villain that's not the same. So you have one villain that's not on my list or his list, and same thing goes for me and you that are not on anyone else's list. I mean, do we all shoot the shit about the same villain? Like I'll say, the Vulture, because I don't think they'll be on anyone's list. But
You just lost our senior citizen market. Thank you.
But so then we would all talk about the
What
Vulture.
do we care? We lose our senior citizen market in about a month anyways.
Wow. That was in bad taste.
You realize you got a link key before it started for all this crap now too.
I kind of figured it would go, we each rattle off our list, and then any differences we had, we justify the differences.
Okay, but how are we going to rattle off our list? Are we going to say,
I would start.
what's number 6 on your list? And
Yeah.
you name number 6, I name number 6, you name number 6? Or do we all, go, like John names
Exactly
his
like
entire
that.
list? And
Exactly like that.
the first one.
Yep, we count it down.
Okay. I like that.
So
And then you justify
So
why.
in other words,
Because
our
your
6
number 6 may be on my list, but it may be higher up on my list than yours.
Yes.
okay, so if I were to say number 6, what are you gonna do? You gonna chime in that it's higher on your list, or are you just gonna hold
No,
off?
we
No.
hold off until we hit that
Yeah.
number in our list.
So I'm just listing off everything, and then you're listing off
No.
everything.
No.
No, the way we started is
We'll
let's say
start out
number
number
6.
6.
Number
and then in
6
the
starts
background
with
we
you.
have a big 6 back here.
Number 6 starts with you, and then when we start on number 5 starts with him, and then number 4, I start with my number 4, and then go back down. We just
Wait. You're still not explaining it so that he understands. So when we do number
I
6,
got crayons.
you say your number 6. Explain why.
I only
blah,
take the
blah,
big
blah.
ass ones.
Then we jump to me, my number 6, and I explain why. And then he mentions his number 6 and explains why. And then when we hit 5, I mention my number 5, and we keep going down the line.
So it's just a
Yeah.
Just round robin.
Yep. Round robin.
okay.
That's a good way to do it. Yeah. Round robin.
Because I'm smarter than you.
Okay, so all right.
You just access it first.
So now what happens then? So once we list off our list, then what do we do?
Compare and contrast.
So how do we compare and contrast what?
Well, obviously with comparisons, we take the ones that we all had on our list. We discuss why they're there, why they're in the place that they're at,
It's
and then
recapping.
we debate. Like I said, like if your number 6 is my number 4, you and I would debate why I would think why it should be higher on the list.
Should we
than
also
yours.
should we also talk about that same villain, like just kind of shoot the shit about his or her life in the comics or whatever mediums. I mean, it doesn't
Man,
have
so
to
you saying I actually got to do research?
You should know if you're
Shit, I'm out.
if you're listing the top 6 villains, you should know about them.
Yeah, okay.
Well, that's where bouncing off who takes what number. It's their responsibility to talk about that villain, whoever starts it.
Okay. that works.
So, like, I rattle off my number 5. Let's say my number 5 is Thanos, or however the fuck you pronounce his name.
You're asking the wrong fucking person.
Thanos.
Thanos. I'd be like, yeah, Thanos is, an intergalactic warlord who.
Thingamabob.
Yeah.
Intergalactic douchebag.
Yeah. The biggest douche in the universe.
I didn't know you had your own comic.
No, not
Watch.
universe. Multiverse.
South Park, goddamn you.
Multiverse. I am the biggest douche in the multiverse.
Semantics.
No. You don't even know what that word means. You just heard it on like Team 4-Star.
What?
Stop thinking just because you use more than 2 syllable words, you're smart.
How about I use 1 syllable words? Fuck off. Can we continue, please?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Obviously, a show like that, there wouldn't really be any skits. We could probably splice some footage of like the Joker from Under the Red Hood versus the Joker of Batman the Animated Series.
Right Under the Red Hood is a movie.
It's an animated movie. Basically, Joker in the Batman the Animated Series was kind of lighthearted and goofy, and
But the original Batman the Animated Series, that was dark and edgy.
I was say, if you say so, there were some
Compared-
twisted moments in that shit.
compared to the Joker of Under the Red Hood, who in the first 3 minutes of that movie kills Robin with a crowbar.
Okay, now I want to see Under the Red Hood.
Under the Red Hood is good, I'm just not big on the voice actor.
I'm not
They didn't
either.
use Mark Hamill?
No.
Oh. Now I don't want to see it.